Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. When man merges himself in God, he can no longer retain wicked and sinful tendencies. Here when Sri Ramakrishna says, when man merges himself in God, it is not the ultimate realization of God. See, the God realization has to be free from all the samskaras, but the emergence to remain merged is just in the thought of God. You are forgetting everything of the world. Many people are there, they have not realized God, but in thought of God, just like two lovers, how they get lost in the thought of each other. Like that, if you are able to lose your awareness of the external world in thought of God, it is sufficient. There cannot be any more, because that awareness in which you lose your external awareness in the thought of God, that one, when it comes down, it starts seeing divine everywhere in all beings everywhere. Your lover you are seeing everywhere. Can you think of doing any harm or anything? Love overpowers everything. So the divine awareness will make you penetrate into the matter and see the divine. Both are not yet realizations, but tending to realization. It is almost you have acquired the whole system as if the thorough purification has taken place. That is almost you are in the final steps of the. Now suppose you are studying medical, whole course is over, exams are not over, you have not been authorized, but you have finished the whole course. You have the same authority and clarity what you are going to do. Suppose surgical, you have studied completely, your course is over. So many practical experiences, so many theoretical understanding is with you now. Whether you get a certificate or not, it doesn't matter. Certificate is another acceptance of social acceptance and other things. And you have been authorized. Now, these are final steps to get. And after that, now realization is, and this merges, now and then you are getting lost in the awareness externally. You are getting lost in the thought of God. You are getting lost in the thought of God. Is mergence. Tantric, you have rightly said that he keeps only knowledge ego. He keeps only the knowledge ego. Jnana ahankara. Like Shankaracharya. After the attainment, final attainment, here it refers to the attainment of God, where the ego totally dissolves. In realization, the ego totally dissolves. The ego with which, just like when you enter into sleep, the waking ego totally dissolves. Dream ego emerges out. In deep sleep ego emerges out. In various levels of consciousness, the ego pertaining to that level of consciousness awakens. The other, in which you were there earlier, that dissolves in that state. Now waking, ego will dissolve when you enter into dream state. Dream ego will open up. Like that, if the ego is shifting, the same consciousness is going and coming back. Up to Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, I am going every day. With different ego is changing. Understanding is changing, my behavior is changing, my actions are changing. Each layer, each level of consciousness, they are unrelated to each other. This will not affect the consciousness which is passing through and creating, making this thing active. Body becomes active. When it is withdrawn, body becomes inactive. When consciousness is there, it becomes active, mind becomes active. All become active when consciousness is there behind. When consciousness is withdrawn, everything stops off. But apart from these three layers of lower, when you enter higher level of consciousness, you enter into anahata, suppose, you get a vision of God, where once you enter into higher level of consciousness, when you come back, that consciousness and that ego is retained for the rest of the life. Lower three, ego goes on changing, there is no change in the consciousness also. But when you enter into higher level and come back, it gets thoroughly purified and gets enfirmed. It becomes a clear and perfect setting, higher levels of consciousness. You are rightly said that keeps only the knowledge ego. The knowledge of God never again fails. This is the keeping the master. Yes, he keeps only knowledge ego, devotee ego, the servant ego, and the good ego. His wicked ego disappears. The vasanas, what was the whole thing? Mind is always under the sway of past vasanas. Vasanas are tendencies. I go on doing a particular act, suppose smoking or drinking or anything, or looking at people in a harmful way, with suspicion. These are all tendencies I create. Similarly, to distribute love to anyone, everyone, trying to serve, just when you are seeing in the world, who needs what kind of help I can do. These tendencies are also there. To love God, to do spiritual practices, these tendencies are also there. Varieties of tendencies, all are called vasanas. There are good vasanas, there are neutral vasanas, there are bad vasanas, so many. So here, the wicked vasanas, because you are moving towards one, you are seeing varieties, not linked to each other. When I see myself totally separate from the rest of the world, as a body I cannot be. It's a part of nature. But I see myself separate from the rest of when I dissolve my individual ego, I see I am one with the rest of the existence. To join the rest of when waking state comes, I identify only with one part of this universe, the body. The rest I am leaving. Can you expand that the identification with the body, to the whole cosmos? Can microcosm merge in the macrocosm? That is yoga. Yoga is to merge my individual existence into cosmic existence. the rest of the existence. To become one with the rest of the existence is yoga. The microcosm is slowly expanding itself to be one with the macrocosm. In this process, we expand our mind to be one with nature, expand our heart to be one with all beings, expand our awareness to be one with God, who pervades the whole universe and gives existence to the whole universe. With that, my awareness is one. Now I am one with the cosmic existence. This expansion, the expansion of consciousness, expansion of heart is spirituality, is yoga. So here we see when after the attainment of God, the wicked or anything, even good, which is having a duality aspect, dissolves. Ego has three qualities: kartritva, bhoktritva, jnatritva. Doership, enjoyership, and knowership. I am the doer. Ego means I am doing, I am seeing, I am talking, I know, I enjoy, I do this and I enjoy this. This is ego. Now, the ego is getting purified. Ego is expanding to be the cosmic ego, where I find myself in all other beings. I am there in everybody. His suffering I am experiencing. Just like I pervade this body, if I am asleep, no pain I get, in nothing of this bodily. Now, suppose there is a pain in my knee. Actual pain is being experienced by the cells there. When I am asleep, I don't experience the pain at all, because I am not pervading it. So it is, pain is there, all the cells there are weeping, but I don't worry nor I experience it. When I come to waking state, I pervade this body and call it myself. The moment I pervade and say I am pervading it, immediately I start getting the pain. In waking state, whether the cells are getting pain or not, I don't know, but I am getting that pain. Now this identity expands to the everywhere. Immediately I will start, just like cell was experiencing pain, I started experiencing my pain. I start experiencing the pain of all, joy of all. I feel so much joy when others are enjoying. I feel so much of sad when others are sad. So I expand. Now, that's Sri Ramakrishna is telling that knowledge of ego, knowledge of devotee, knowledge of servant remains, because it is now just like I want to get rid of this pain in the knee, I want to get the pain of the other's knee to be all right. I become a servant there. I want to serve. For an onlooker and my own ego, individual ego, which is ripened, which is finding in others, I am serving now. Yes, good ego, his wicked ego disappears. When one girl came some time back, she was telling, people torture me sometimes, Swamiji, and I see, I get hurt, I go silently, go away and weep. Next, within a few days I will see he has fallen or something has happened. He is experiencing the pain now. I said, right done. He has fallen from cycle and he is weeping. Then you got back your, this is wicked ego. That doesn't Now that wicked ego means tit for tat, these wicked egos disappear. Enemy does also, if he feels the pain, he feels the pain. Who was a farmer, now the friend and enemy will no more remain. Everything is divine. When you see the bodily existence itself, you see how we transform ourselves. The body, there are good things in the body, there are good things in the mind. I pervade everything. Suppose my part is rotting, I don't consider it as or something is wrong with my body. I love it. I possess it. I don't discard it. Though it is wrong, though it is not right. Oh, it's constantly giving me pain, let me get rid of it, we don't feel. But with another person who is constantly giving me pain, I want to somehow get rid of him. What is the love you see? The same thing can be applied everywhere. Because I am not feeling oneness with that object. Here I am feeling oneness with this object. If I feel oneness with the family, then everything, good and bad, right and wrong, whatever others do, I accept it. Just like I accept my body, it's a body. How can you, what is love? I love my body. I love my family. In love, the good and bad, right and wrong dissolves there. In pure love. If love is only a means of enjoyment, then it is different. Pure unintentional love, unconditional love, all differences. The mother doesn't see the defects of child. Somehow, even if she knows it is wrong also, defects, she shields it from others. She doesn't see, and she doesn't want others also to see it. There you see a little more matured love than our ordinary love. Tantric, today you have destroyed many of our doubts. Master, all doubts disappear when one realizes the self. Assume the tantric aspect of bhakti is tantric. Assume the tamasic aspect of bhakti. Say with force, what? I have uttered the name of Rama and Kali. How can I be in bondage anymore? How can I be affected by law of karma? The master is singing another song. All doubts disappear when one realizes God. With realization, tasmin drishte paravare, chindanti sarva samshayaha, kshiyante chasya karmani, tasmin drishte paravare, vidyate hriday grantischa. Hriday granthi, the self, the pure Chaitanya is bound to the three bodies, Stula, Sukshma, Karana, gross, subtle and causal. We have three bodies pertaining to the three levels of consciousness we are passing through. When all pervading I am in waking state, if I leave the gross body, I am in dream state. If I leave the subtle body, then I am in deep sleep. And in deep sleep second stage, I leave the causal body also and become one with the universe, universal consciousness. Every day it happens. Now, the I, this pure Chaitanya, Atma Swarupa, I am bound to the three bodies. I can move only here and come back. to the mercy of nature. I cannot enter into deep at my will, nor come out. I cannot stay anywhere. Once I go, I don't know the path to come back. I don't even know there is a body. Waking state is there. I don't know. Once I sleep, nature alone has to bring me back. So the only three I am able to go and come. This we see that the self is, I am bound to the bodily level at the three levels. The bondage between the Chaitanya and gross body is called Brahma Granthi. The Granthi, a knot. This is the karmic knot. I have done some karmas, the actions are pending, the forces are pending, and it has become a bondage. And subtle body, the Sukshma Sharira, and Chaitanya, the individual consciousness, the bond is called Vishnu Granthi. And between the causal body and the Chaitanya is called Rudra Granthi. The three together, the matter and spirit are bound. Chaitanya, this is eternally free, but seems to be bound. Now this bondage is called Hridaya Granthi. That the Chaitanya is bound, the individual consciousness is bound to the three bodies. Vidyate Hridaya Granthi, with realization, this knot breaks off. Vidyate Hridaya, all the three bodies are totally separate from you. You see them just like you are seeing a cloth you are wearing. You total independence from this cloth. You are not this cloth, but you are covering it. Like that the three bodies are covering you. You clearly see. Now I identify, the moment I come to that state, that level of consciousness, I say I am body. I experience I am body. It is not something saying alone. It is experience, I am body. With spiritual awakening, the Brahma Granthi breaks. First time you will see your body as like a cloth. You will be sitting in a car like from that day. Now this Vidyate Hridaya Granthischa Chidyante Sarva Samshaya. All doubts clear off. So many doubts will be coming again and again, again and again. All doubts. Vidyate Hridaya Granthischa Chidyante Sarva Samshaya Kshiyate Chasya Karmani. All the karmas he has done, the Sanchita, the Agami also, and the Prarabdha. The Prarabdha is what has already started giving fruit, are called Prarabdha Karma. And what is pending and not yet come to the maturity, and it will be the cause of the future lives, is called Sanchita. All this fall off. All, you are free from all karmas. Kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drishte paravare. Para and avara. The absolute existence and relative existence. When you realize the absolute existence as the Shuddha Chaitanya, and when you realize this whole of relative existence as its manifestation, it is that. When manifestation means a mind has manifested a dream world in your dream. Except mind, nothing is there. You are seeing a dream world. You are seeing a world. Every bit is mind there. Except mind, nothing is there. The horses, the house, the sky, the water, the karma. One is laughing, one is weeping. All this, everything is mind only. When you wake up, only mind is there. It has manifested a universe. Manifestation means it is nothing but that. So when you realize this universe is just a manifestation of that, tasmin drishte paravare, of realizing the absolute and the relative, You are totally free from all the bonds, all the doubts disappear. Kshiyante chasya karmani. So, today you have destroyed many of our doubts. Tantric is telling, Sri Ramakrishna is telling, all doubts disappear when one realizes the self. When you know yourself, each time you are identifying with one of the bodies, a day comes when you know I am Atma Swarupa, transcending all this. That's why always the term truth is used in Hinduism. What is the truth? What is the truth? The I am body, is it true? Are you this body? Go on questioning. Neti, neti, neti. Assume the tamasic aspect of bhakti. Say with force what tamasika. Sattvic is pure love of God, pure knowledge, where there is no excitement. Sattva, Raja, Tama. The whole universe is the Sattva, Raja, Tama. These are the Prakriti, nature, the qualities of nature. Prakriti is guna, gunas of the Prakriti. Guna and Prakriti are not different. Now, when I say iron is very hard, hardness and iron are different. Iron is an entity which has hardness as its quality. Suppose I heat it, it becomes flexible. Still heat it, it becomes a liquid. Still heat it, it starts evaporating. Now, this differentiation, quality is changing quality. Here we see quality and matter are same. The three qualities, Sattva, Raja, Tama itself is Prakriti. Sattva, the power of cognition. In the cognition is the movement, Rajas. Everything is constantly changing, movement. Look at an atom, how the electrons, from the creation till the destruction, dissolution, continuously electrons are moving. Every object is moving, it's expanding. And to the optimum, and again it starts collapsing and dissolves. So there is movement, there is cognition, I can see, I can understand. Cognitive power is there, and then there is movement, there is matter. Three things are there. This matter is tamas. The matter-like tendencies in me is tamas. I want to be simply sitting like matter I am becoming. Very hard, suddenly I get angry. This is tamasic nature. Excessive lust. These are tamasic nature. Tamas, now I am getting angry, is tamas. I am able to love. Whatever they do, I do. The sattvic nature. Rajasic nature is, I want this, I want that, I want this. Running after the things. Activity is Rajas. Now, Sri Ramakrishna says, now and then acquire that nature of tamas. What? I have uttered the name of Divine Mother, what more bondage can I have? That kind of means it is a strongest way of autosuggestion. That is, it is becoming actual. It suddenly changes into actuality. So that you adopt, Sri Ramakrishna is telling. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.